I stand here, amidst the echoes of centuries past, ready to unravel the epic tale of Belgium. From prehistoric tribes to modern-day Europe, we're about to embark on a whirlwind tour through 9,000 years of history. Brace yourselves for a story of conquest, revolution, and resilience that has shaped this small but mighty nation. Our journey begins in the mists of prehistory, where hunter-gatherers roamed the lands that would become Belgium. Archaeological evidence reveals their presence as far back as 7000 BCE. These early inhabitants left their mark in stone tools and burial mounds, silent witnesses to humanity's first steps in this region. But the winds of change were blowing. In 57 BCE, Julius Caesar's legions marched into Gallia Belgica, forever altering the course of history. The Romans brought roads, cities, and a new way of life. For over 4 centuries they ruled these lands, leaving behind grand villas, intricate mosaics, and the foundations of future Belgian cities. As Rome's power waned, a new force rose in the 5th century, the Franks. These Germanic tribes, led by legendary figures like Clovis I, swept across the former Roman territories. They brought with them a new language, new customs, and the seeds of what would become medieval European society. In the centuries that followed, the region fragmented into powerful feudal states. Flanders, with its wealthy cloth trade, and Brabant, a center of culture and commerce, emerged as key players. These medieval powerhouses left us magnificent cathedrals, opulent town halls, and a legacy of art and literature that still captivates us today. The 15th century ushered in a golden age under Burgundian rule. The Dukes of Burgundy, ambitious and art-loving, united the Low Countries under their banner. Cities like Bruges and Ghent became centers of European trade and culture, their wealth reflected in the stunning works of Flemish primitive painters. This was a time of unparalleled prosperity and artistic achievement. The Burgundian court was the envy of Europe, setting trends in fashion, music, and art. But as we've seen time and again in history, golden ages are often fleeting. The death of Charles the Bold in 1477 would mark the end of Burgundian independence and the beginning of a new chapter. With the Burgundian line extinguished, the Habsburg dynasty stepped onto the stage. Through a series of strategic marriages, the Low Countries fell under Habsburg control. When Charles V inherited this vast empire, the region became part of a domain on which the sun never set. But trouble was brewing. Charles's son, Philip II of Spain, faced growing unrest in the Low Countries. Religious tensions, heavy taxation, and desires for autonomy exploded into the 80 Years' War. This epic struggle would ultimately split the region, with the northern provinces forming the Dutch Republic, while the southern provinces, the future Belgium, remained under Spanish control. The 18th century brought more changes as the region passed to Austrian Habsburg rule. But an even greater upheaval was on the horizon. The French Revolution sent shockwaves across Europe, and in 1795, French armies annexed the Austrian Netherlands. Napoleon's subsequent rise to power brought sweeping reforms that would leave a lasting mark on Belgian society. After Napoleon's defeat, the Congress of Vienna redrew the map of Europe. The former Austrian Netherlands were united with the Dutch Republic to form the United Kingdom of the Netherlands. But this forced marriage was not to last. Growing tensions between the Dutch-speaking North and French-speaking South set the stage for a dramatic turn of events. In August 1830, the streets of Brussels erupted in revolt. Inspired by the July Revolution in France, Belgians rose up against Dutch rule. What began as riots soon became a full-fledged revolution. By November, a national Congress had declared independence, and Europe's newest nation was born. The fledgling state needed a leader, and they found one in Leopold of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. As Leopold I, he became the first king of the Belgians, establishing a constitutional monarchy that continues to this day. Under his reign, Belgium began to forge its own identity, balancing between its powerful neighbors and carving out a unique place in Europe. The 19th century saw Belgium emerge as an industrial powerhouse. Its coal mines and steel mills fueled rapid growth, while King Leopold II's brutal exploitation of the Congo brought immense wealth, and later, international condemnation. This era of expansion and prosperity seemed unstoppable, but dark clouds were gathering on the horizon. In 1914, Germany's invasion of neutral Belgium plunged Europe into World War I. The Rape of Belgium became a rallying cry for the Allies. 2 decades later, Belgium again found itself under German occupation in World War II. These conflicts left deep scars but also forged a national identity tempered by resistance and resilience. Rising from the ashes of World War II, Belgium embraced a new role on the world stage. As a founding member of NATO and the European Union, it became a key player in post-war European integration. Meanwhile, internal tensions between Dutch-speaking Flanders and French-speaking Wallonia led to a gradual federalization of the country. As we conclude our whirlwind tour through Belgium's past, we're left in awe of this small nation's outsized role in European history. From prehistoric hunters to Roman conquerors, from medieval merchants to modern-day diplomats, Belgium's story is one of constant reinvention and resilience. It stands today as a powerful example of a national identity shaped by the forces of history, yet always looking toward the future.